basically I take some of men's biggest vices, which is the biggest one is their attraction to women. And I use that in order to get them into a program where I change them holistically, make them better communicators, better networkers, better leaders, get them in better shape, learn to have them take more accountability, and then learn the skill of taking action. Because that's a skill. We were talking about that at dinner last night. There's a lot of skills you can teach someone, but a lot of times, because when you said the first time you had got on a call and you were trying to help people, you didn't realize they're coming from a white belt level.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Early on, I wanted to provide the most value I could online, right? When I started getting online, podcast, business, if I am going to do business coaching or help, I have a passion for, trying to help younger men kind of like yourself, because I do think a lot of them are lost. The traditional education system, along being not taught the right life skills, they're in a bad spot when they're 18 years old. And it's such a pivotal point in a man's life. 18 to 21, and really even before that. But, that's where a lot of people can go down a bad path.
Sure.
And ruin their whole life and not stick to the right path. And so, I think what you do and what you teach, after you're telling me about it last night, because originally, well, it's not really dating. It's performance.
No. We don't get it twisted.
That's where I think if you look at it, on the surface, it might look like it's a dating service.
No, my sales team is going to hate that I'm doing this and say this on a podcast. You will come into the course and we will fix every single part of your life that is not in alignment with you being successful at all parts of your life. But in doing so, I have to take you kicking and screaming. You don't join the Marine Corps because you want to go to basic. You join the Marine Corps because you want to wear that uniform at the end and then have all the girls whistling at you. You know what I'm saying? When you come home and that's why you join. But when you're in the Marine Corps, they tear you down and then build you back up. When you join my program, the guys are joining for women. That most of them are. I fully understand that. But when they leave, the most common comment or feedback I get about my course is, this is the best course I've ever taken, and I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't know these were things I didn't understand. For instance, if I were to openly go out, and this is really inside baseball, but if I were to go out and say, well, I'll tell you what the Men of Action course is. I'm going to teach you the learn muscle. It's like, what the hell's the learn muscle? It's like, you need to understand that you need to get good at learning things, even when those things don't necessarily benefit you. I just finished one of my favorite books is The Guns of August, which has to do with the beginning of August 1914, the beginning of World War I. That doesn't affect my life at all in any benefit me or hurt me in any way whatsoever. It's a phenomenal book, but my ability to take in and regurgitate that information builds a muscle in my brain and then allows me to keep neuroplasticity as a 47-year-old man. When I see other guys that are 47 years old, they don't read anything. They're overweight. They're just not awake. And so the learn muscle helps me stay awake neurologically. Then additionally, when I'm like, you need to learn the skill set of taking action. Some people are like, well, the skill set I've learned is how to copyright, or the skill set that I've learned is how to speak on camera. The skill set I've learned is how to go talk to women. Whatever the skill set is. No, there's another skill set, which is I don't feel like doing shit, and so I'm going to do it anyway. Wes Watson teaches this skill set very well. If you don't do shit, he will embarrass you. He will sit there and go after you. And then for you being able to take that criticism of people who actually care about you in a group environment like we have in Men of Action, you take that embarrassment or that criticism, and then you take that feedback and you actually improve your life. That's an additional skill set. But again, all these skill sets, the learn muscle, the take action muscle, the take criticism muscle. If I were to sell a course on this on Meta, I'd get laughed. No one would buy the course. Yeah. But I happen to also have dated women way outside my league. And for the last, 15 years, I've just dated some of the most beautiful women in the world. And some of them, when I throw events, it's just nothing but the most stunning women anyone's ever seen. And so I use that in my marketing, and I have more visual evidence of that than anyone in the world. Until Bilzerian started his own dating program, I have more evidence of me being able to do that than anyone in the entire world. And so because of that, that's what I use in my marketing to get guys to wake up and to see that this is different. And then once they come in the course, they're like, oh, this is a guy who flew special ops for 5 years, and then he did counterintelligence for 2, and he's trying to teach me to become a good leader so that in every aspect of my life I can improve rather than just figuring out how to have a threesome with my girlfriend.